let's hear. Can you hear
There
me?
we go.
There we go. I hope everyone can hear me. I don't know what's happened there. That's the joys of the internet. So welcome to Queen's Table. It is Tuesday night and it's lovely to see everyone. And we've got a very special guest on this evening, and that is Romy Simpkins. How are you, Romy?
Hi, John. You're lucky I can lip read. I was like, I can see what you're saying, but I can't hear you. But yeah, we got it sorted. I'm good. How are you?
Yes, I'm very good, thank you. But like I say, yeah, technical difficulties does seem to happen sometimes, So like I say, we've got, I don't know what's going on now actually. We've got hang on. Sorry, we have got some music playing in the background. I don't even know why. Can you hear that?
I can't hear it, but if the tunes are playing, it's okay with me.
I know it's literally my StreamYard's gone crazy this evening. It's quite funny, but there we go. So okay, so we are on Queen's Table. If anyone wants to comment on this video, of course they can. So please put comments in the box and I can ask Romy any questions that you'd like. So if we start off with the history of why you are a new Miss Intercontinental Great Britain director, is because you've actually entered this pageant before. So tell me a little bit about that experience.
Yes. Well, actually, I competed for the Miss Intercontinental UK title actually twice before. I actually competed when it was combined with another system, and then it was taken over by another director a couple of years ago, where at this point they normally send an England, Scotland and Wales, but in my year it was all to do with the global pandemic, and they decided to run a virtual for a United Kingdom. And I was at a stage in my pageant career when I was getting itchy feet. I set up Atlantic, and then I was like, I want to continue competing because I want to show that you can do it both. You can be a director and you can be a competitor. So I decided to go for Miss Intercontinental UK at the time, and I was fortunate enough to win the virtual competition. And then I went on to represent the UK in Egypt in 2021. And it was fantastic. I was there for over 2.5 weeks. I made lots of friends. The organisation, they're super friendly. Detlef is an incredible director. He's always on hand. Erkin and all the team, Kai, the photographer, they're just so on it, and they're just there for you. And that's what I loved. And yeah, I was really fortunate enough where I did all the rounds and the competition, and I actually walked away with the Miss Intercontinental Europe title and placed third out of 72 contestants. So yeah, I've done it myself, been there, worn the t-shirt, worn the sash, most importantly. And yeah, I just feel like now I've had this opportunity, I want to be able to give back to those in the pageant community here in the UK the opportunity I had and experience a really fair and honest system, but also have a lot of fun. And under the directorship of me, I hope that they feel confident enough to know that they could go far, they could win the whole thing. So that's just a little bit about why my history and why I've decided to take over as the Great Britain director.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic. It's such an amazing system. I mean, when you competed, it was obviously virtual, wasn't it? The UK part of it. So why is this system going to be different? And what made you want to take on this system in the first place?
Yes. Well, I'm taking a Great Britain team, so that's England, Scotland, and Wales. Obviously, I went on my own and I was okay with that, but I also think it's great to have a moral backing of a team so you can help each other with wardrobe, practicing your interview, just being that backing, because internationals can be a really quite big experience for those who haven't experienced it before, and even those who have had experiences in other pageants. Each system is very different, and sometimes you don't know what to expect. So going forward, it's nice to have a team there to kind of, I guess in a way, walk along together, but also be under my directorship, where I have been through the shoes, I have been there, I know what's going to go down. And also I feel like this pageant, I said it before, but it is a really fair system. It is purely based on the scores alone, the prelim competitions that they have, whether that's swimwear, evening wear, your private interview with the judges. There's no kind of voting additional points for getting in a certain caliber, because for example, the Great Britain, we're a smaller community compared to other larger countries that are massive fan base in pageantry. And I think it's really important that we still have a chance, regardless of votes and whatnot. And I know MIO doesn't agree with that. They don't put that forward in any way. And when I truly believed that this system was a fair one was when the day I had my interview, and in the evening, the organizer was kind of talking about what they liked in their contestants, what they're looking for in a queen. And they mentioned that they wanted someone really hardworking, really ambitious, someone that people can relate to. And I was thinking, if this is true, if this is what they really, really want, I feel quite confident that I could have a chance at doing well in this. And it happened. So I feel, based on my experience and acknowledging that and actually seeing it come to light, it gives that impression to me anyway, for sure. And I believe it will for the girls that I will take under my wing anyway, that they can feel confident going into that pageant. They feel they're all treated fairly. Everyone has an opportunity to be seen. And I also love the fact everyone gets to go on the stage. There's no, if you don't place, you don't get to go on the stage and whatnot. There's no deliberations on the scoring criteria. So I think that's just what pageantry should be. Scores are scores at the end of the day. And yeah, that's why I've decided to go for it.
Yeah, taking it back to the old school, scores are scores, but scores are very important. And it's lovely that everyone gets, this pageant's going to be very open, very free, very fair. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? So let's talk about the finals next year. It's going to be a little bit different next year. So is it going to be the same sort of rounds? You're talking evening and swimwear. We're talking it's in April. It's going to be in April the 15th. Just explain sort of how the pageant's going to work next year compared to other years.
Yes, so I want to match the international experience as much as possible in terms of what rounds they offer. So with MIO, it is predominantly, they do have a national costume at the internationals. Don't panic, ladies, whoever enters MIO GB next year, you will not have to do a national contest, but that's where we together as a team can come up with some great designs. But for nationals next year, it is an opening number, which is just a small, simple dance just to introduce yourself to the world and the audience and the judges. That is not judged. And then the stage rounds are just swimwear and evening wear, and then during the day they will have their private interview with the judges. Like you said, the final is on Saturday the 15th of April. It is at the Radlett Centre. It's a stunning theatre. We've actually hosted Miss Atlantic UK there this year, and we're actually, for the next year, we're combining the two pageants. I'm in a really fortunate position where I need to be able to give Team GB enough time to prepare for internationals next year, which is going to be in full next year. So to give a decent amount of time, I needed to get this going fairly quickly. And as soon as I knew that I was taking over the directorship, sign that contract, franchise fees paid, then I needed to get it going. And the fact that I have a beautiful host hotel and a stunning venue already there, it makes sense to use it. And I think it will just give a feel to those finalists. What I already have created with Atlantic is equally what I'm going to make amazing for MIO in the future years as well. So it's just like a taster going into the first year of, this is how it works, this is how it's going to run. And I hope it just grows and grows and grows as the years go on, just like, of course, Atlantic has. So that's how it's going to work. We're going to have 2 days. The first day kind of being workshop, catwalk training, kind of team building exercises, the fun. And then we're going to have a awards ceremony in the evening. So lots of awards up for offers. They are not based on points or anything like that. They're just side awards, but it's just a nice touch to celebrate that evening. And then the next day will be the final competition, where the public can come and watch if they wish to, the main finals. And then whoever wins on the Sunday, we will be doing a Queen's photo shoot. So they have all their photos ready to submit for internationals too. So it's all kind of systems go. As soon as they're crowned, everyone will be preparing. The Atlantic Queens will be preparing for their year ahead as national title holders, and MIO girls will be representing Great Britain at the internationals next year. So all very exciting.
It is so exciting, and I think it's fabulous. I've had some lovely comments from people here as well. So hello Emily and hello Nadia. Like Emily has said, it's like going to be exciting sharing the weekend with another incredible system. I mean, everyone's getting excited for it already. I think it's going to be wonderful. I mean, having two systems in one weekend is going to be pretty special, isn't it? So I know, I mean, what's your plans for the future? Do you plan obviously in separating them in the future and doing two different weekends?
Yeah, I think it's important to make sure that everyone feels that they know where they stand. Obviously, I want both all the delegates to feel that they know which system they are representing, and it will be very obvious. However, I think also this is a really nice touch in the first year because people can really get a feel for what I'm like as a director and how I do things. And if they think that, you know, this looks good, I'm liking the production, I'm liking the way Romy works, then they know that they can potentially come into Atlantic or MIO, of course, for the following years. I know I've had lots of girls that have taken an interest, and they might be in a time in their life right now that they're studying or they have other commitments. You know, their pageant journey might be elsewhere, but it's something in the pipelines for them. And I want to be able to show that. I want to showcase how amazing, you know, Miss Intercontinental Great Britain can be. And I also want to use next year's girls, my queens, as an example of how if you have a director that has been there, done that, knows what to do, has passion for the system, and generally believes in the queens that are representing, that they know that they have a good chance of placing. And I don't just want them to place in top 20. I want them to do just as good as I managed to do. And that's the goal anyway. We want to win it. So I just feel that that's really important for me to get my point across with that. Every person that applies, they have a interview with myself just to get to know them to get to know me, and just to check that they feel comfortable going to this system. Because sometimes the difference between internationals, there is a certain standard. Like I said, there's countries with a lot of fan base, a lot of support, and I think it's all about connections and who you know. So it's about, for example, I own a dress shop, Dress Devotion, and it just means that these little extra things I can help accommodate my queens for internationals. So if they need a spare gown, I can help them with that. If they want an international designer dress, I have the connections to be able to offer them that and whatnot. So I think, you know, that's what I'm trying to get across. I don't do this because, well, I am a businesswoman, of course, but I do this because I love it. And I wouldn't have taken over this system if I didn't believe in it, and I didn't believe in myself and be able to make it even greater. So that's hopefully what I set out to achieve in the year ahead. And like I said, I just hope it grows. And yeah, people see, I guess, the power of beauty, as they say, as that's the ethos of the pageant anyway.
That's brilliant, honestly. And I can say hands down, you are an amazing director. I'm not being biased here, but she is, everyone watching. She's incredible. And it is always such a good experience at Atlantic. This is going to be, you know, amazing as well. The difference is as well is you've got two pageants there where people can choose as well if they want to do a national or an international, which is really, really good. Could you just tell me with the Miss Intercontinental pageant, what's the age range for this pageant?
Yes. So for the 51 anniversary, the 51st one, you can be aged up to 29 up until the 1st of October. So providing you are, I would say until the end of October, you are 29, you can compete. So you have to be at least 18 years old and no older than 29 by the 1st of October. I say the 1st of November to be on the safe side. It is a Miss pageant. So with that, it's for those who are not married and do not have children. Whilst Atlantic, we know that the Miss division can have children, and we also have, for you as example, as a married contestant in a Mrs. division.
Yes.
So that's the difference with Miss Intercontinental. And with this pageant, it's normally held in a beautiful country, a sunny country most of the time, which is always lovely. And yeah, Sunrise has been a massive sponsor over the last couple of years. It'd be fantastic if they continue as a sponsor, fingers crossed. And what they do is they provide a lot of opportunities for the women for commercial modelling, so doing lots of shoots around the resort, and it's about women being confident in their skin. It's one of those pageants, there's no, they like women who take pride in their appearance, who live a healthy lifestyle, but it's not about being a particular look. For example, all the girls in my year in the top 6, we looked all different, but actually we had all a similar kind of personality in terms of our morals, our values, how we came across, etiquette, standards, and things like that. And I think that's what we're looking for, and I want to be able to help whoever my queens are to help them shape them into being that queen, that international queen that's going to be able to potentially, hopefully, have the experience to live out a year of reign, potentially traveling the world or living in another country for a year, because that's the prize package if you win Miss Intercontinental. And of course, if they're lucky enough to win the continent title of Europe, it's just as fortunate. And I think that's also what's great about MIO, is that in a way there's 2 opportunities to win an international title, whether it be the Europe one or the big one. Do you know what I mean? There's 2 opportunities. And I think for the UK or Great Britain, because we're doing England, Scotland, Wales alone, that's a massive step. Pageantry is coming a really long way here, but I think for these big powerhouse competition Grand Slam pageants, it's so great if we can start getting in there, just like the other countries. And that's what I aim to do with my system.
Oh, you're going to absolutely smash it. It's so exciting. There's lots of excitement going on from Nadia and Emily. So yeah, they're all getting very excited about it.
Yeah.
I just think it's wonderful because you've got so much experience in pageantry, as a director already. Like I say, you've got these extra things, like you run your own dress shop, you've got the contacts, and you've got, you can do so much and give so much advice to pageant girls that are new or ones that have been doing it for a while. You have that experience to do all of it, really. So it's going to be an absolutely fantastic journey for you. I can't wait. So let's go back a little bit to Dress Devotion. This is a shop that's been open. I'm just trying to think back to when you opened now. Has it been open a year now?
Oh, not quite. I opened in March, end of March, actually.
It was, yeah, it was March. Yes. So yeah, it's been going since March. So yeah, tell everyone a little bit about Dress Devotion when it's in Bournemouth, but just have a little chat about it, because it's a fantastic shop. I've been there a few times myself. So just know a bit about it.
Yeah, so I set up Dress Devotion, like I said, back in March. It's a prom pageant party, like special occasion wear dress shop. So I came into it kind of in the middle of the prom season. So it was a little bit manic. And then obviously Atlantic came straight after that. And yeah, and then it's just been lots of pageant girls since, until next season, the prom girls hit again. But yeah, what's great about being an owner of a dress shop, especially in pageantry, is that we always need gowns. Do you know what I mean? And it's nice to be able to pick up one in the sales or get a fresh one, a new design and whatnot. And I think why I've also done it is because, like I said, I do have the connections where if a girl wants to get a designer dress, they can. But I don't believe you have to have that. If you find the dress that suits you to a T, you feel great in it, you love the color, the style fits you perfectly, then it doesn't matter where it's come from. Do you know what I mean? And I've got some great designers in my shop, and I've been quite successful recently. I've had, I think, a Face Off Europe and the World, a teen queen win in one of my gowns. I've sponsored a gown for an international. I've actually just opened the children's range for Ava Presley Prom. They're a designer in the US that nowhere in the UK else stocks. So I can order from them if people want for the children's collection or the adults. So, it's all exciting at the end of the day. The opportunities, I guess, are endless in terms of pageantry and what you can end up setting up. And yeah, what's great about Dress Devotion, like I said, the girls that go to internationals or the Atlantic Queens, they get a prize package where they get a dress of their choice. And of course, they can get gowns in terms to rent for internationals will be donated for the international experience. So, I like to think I'm quite lucky with the prizes package for Atlantic as well as MIO. For example, Earring Envy too. For those who don't know, it's actually my mum, but she's a fantastic Earring Envy, Andy Simpkins. I'm going to give her a shout out because if you don't know Earring Envy, then you need to find out about them. But basically, they sponsor Atlantic, they sponsor MIO, they sponsor pretty much every pageant you could possibly imagine. I'm wearing some right now. And yeah, it's just things like that. For example, the girls who go to internationals will be able to get loads of earrings to prepare, fit with their outfits and whatnot. So, I guess we can be a little bit of a dream team together, me running a dress shop and Earring Envy on board next to me. And yeah, we can like match the dresses to earrings and everything. So it's been a really nice experience that I've been able to set up a business because of pageantry. So has my mum because of what I've gone through and everything. And yeah, it's just hopefully Dress Devotion continues to grow like the system. I'm all about opportunities, and that's what funny enough MIO really like. They like the ambitious woman. They like whether it's to do with your charity work, your hobbies, your goals, your career, whatever it is. They really like driven women who are almost like entrepreneurs. And I think that's a really nice touch to have, because anyone has the potential to be an entrepreneur. Anyone has the potential to be a business person or have goals and ambitions and strive and achieve them. For example, when I did my interview last year, I was like, so this is what I'm going to do regardless. This is what I set out to achieve, and I went and did it. So I just want to be kind of that voice for those who are interested in pageantry in general, talking outside of Miss Intercontinental or Atlantic, that you can go far in pageantry if you're going to put the work in and you have the passion and drive to do so. So that's what I hope to achieve. Like I said, I've done the example through the pageant experience. I've also done it through opening up my shop, and I'm sure there'll be other things up my sleeve in the future too. There's always something, isn't there?
So yeah, you're like Superwoman at the moment. Where'd you have time to fit it all in? But this is the thing: if you have dreams, you have goals, you have ambitions, you've got to go for it. We all live once, don't we? And by the way, I have got to say hello to Andy. Hello, Romy's mum, because we all love Andy, and Earring Envy is fabulous. I think everyone went crazy at the Black Friday sale the other day and was ordering earrings everywhere.
That's a good discount. That was a very good deal on the Black Friday sales. They're always very good with Earring Envy. I mean, we had one at Dress Devotion too. So yeah, you've got to watch those sales.
It's a perfect dream team. You got your gowns and your earrings, and it's like your mum is fabulous. It's like for my daughter, the dress. Help me, what earrings go with this? And she's like, there you go. Or what earrings do I need? There you go. She's brilliant, isn't she? Like yourself with dresses, proper dream team. I absolutely love it. So, well, thank you so much, Romy. It's been so lovely to chat to you, and I'm just so excited for this. I just can't wait. Well, I can wait till April because I don't want to hand over, but I'm obviously looking forward to experiencing this whole weekend with you all. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. So what I'm going to do is, for anyone watching, if you do want to enter, I've got the Instagram. You can message Romy. You can message on the Miss Instagram GB. I think Miss Incontinental GB. I'll get that right, not Miss Instagram. Or you can drop Romy a message direct. Is there a website as well, which is just a Google website that they can also find?
The website is currently being built. It will soon be running. It will just be simply missintercontinentalgb.co.uk. But for now, you can just simply email me with your name, your date of birth, which country you're residing in, whether that's England, Scotland, or Wales. And you can send that to me via email, which is pretty much the same thing. It's just info@missintercontinentalgb.co.uk. So, but like you said, Dion, you can just message the page. You can message me if you just want to know a little bit more. And if you want to apply, then that's what you do. Just send me an email, pop me a message, and I can go through the next steps with you. And just, yeah, good luck to those who enter. And I'm very, very excited to meet those who are already getting their finalist sashes on the way. And yeah, meeting all the delegates next year at the national final in April.
Oh, it's so excited. I can't wait. Oh, it's been an absolute pleasure. And I'm so, so excited for you. So just a little one before we go. I better say who is on next week, actually. So next week on Queen's Table, I can't believe we're in December. What is going on? We have got the lovely Miss Elegance of the World. We've got Mary on next week. So I can't wait to speak to her. And as always, from the Pageant Land team, it's been a pleasure to speak to you, and we can't wait to support and follow your journey as a new director, as well as being a director and a dress shop owner. We'll support it all, it's fine.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so, so much, and you take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.